So we can look at this from a few different angles, because I told y'all Jasmine Crockett is the gift that keeps on giving. So first what we gonna do is we gonna play a little bit of the disrespect, right? Then after that, we gonna mute it and just watch the body language. So I can show y'all what male trauma looks like. And then we gonna play a little role reversal. And then you'll understand why I say that this woman is a clown and only here for the theatrics. I'd like to prefix this by saying Jasmine Crockett does not speak for the black community. She might speak for a section of the black community, but for the black community as a totality and the majority of the black community, Jasmine Crockett's voice does not speak for us. Let's get that clear. So hold on. Here's Jasmine. Here's Jasmine.
I definitely take issue with a number of decisions that Donald Trump makes, especially when it comes to the people that he decides to appoint to very important positions, including this one, because I did have to make sure that I wasn't going crazy. But when I say that you are the least qualified FBI director in the history of the FBI, that is real, because you are the only one that never even served with the FBI prior to joining. Yet we are supposed to believe that
That's
you are
false.
the greatest thing since sliced bread. I didn't ask you a question. Now, what I want to go
false.
through is to talk about why you are a failure and why, honestly, we just need to tell you bye-bye. I know that you got a little upset and you put on your
We're going to do the role reversal earlier. Say the roles were reversed and Jasmine Crockett was the FBI director and still a black woman, and the guy was the Congress member, and he was talking to her like that. Would everybody still think it's cool? Would everything be okay, or would we have a race and sex dynamic that we be toying and playing with right now? Just thought, because we live in America in 2025 where everything's equal. I just thought that might be a good question. Continue.
show for your boss, because it seems like you're trying to save your job when it came to talking to Senator Booker yesterday. But let's go through some of your failures. So before you were even confirmed, and I think one of my colleague from Georgia, pointed out that you were already targeting career officials so that you could direct illegal firings. Mind you, these cases that you were so upset about, which are the ones tied to Trump, the cases came through his handpicked FBI director. And frankly, when people sit around and say things like, oh, you know, we're happy because now we feel safe, I don't know who feels safe in this country except for the white supremacists.
So people are saying that they're happy and that they feel safe, but because you don't agree, you disregard what they feel and what they say. So because people are saying, hey, I appreciate the expedited manner in which the FBI handled this, and I appreciate them getting this dude off the street so he can't just go around shooting anybody else who disagrees with what he stands on, you have a problem with it because you don't like it. Because you're Jasmine Crockett, and you got pearls on your jacket that look like the first Janet Jackson tour. Never mind. Let's continue.
Because I specifically, as a black woman, definitely don't feel safe. And frankly, my colleagues have been real nice to you today, and I applaud them, but I don't have the same demeanor. Because I know that multiple colleagues on this side of the aisle have faced death threats. In fact, somebody tried to kill one of my colleagues And frankly, I don't know if this FBI or under your leadership, if those people would have been caught. I don't have any confidence in you. And if we start talking about the reasons that I lack confidence, we could start with you not just wanting to acknowledge some simple...
Who's supposed to be speaking for the people? Y'all notice that she says I a lot. Speaking of I, do you guys think those glasses are prescription or are they part of the costume? Like the Janet Jackson jacket with the pearls. Another question. Have you guys noticed? I'm going to get to this. I am going to get to this when I get to the trauma section. But do you guys notice that she's wearing a ring on her left hand? But notice her name tag? Carry on.
Simple facts. Simple facts like the vast majority of the threats are coming from right-wing extremism. And I know my colleagues have tried to stress this, but I decided that I would maybe do it in a different way. Number one, I have a couple of UCs. Kim Buck, one of multiple Republicans receiving death threats for voting against Jim Jordan as House Speaker.
Without objection.
Another one, Republican lawmaker says she received death threats after voting against Jim Jordan in Speaker's race.
Without objection.
In addition, there was another one from another colleague who now is leaving Congress because they said that they were calling his wife anonymously and threatening her life to the extent that she ended up sleeping with a firearm.
Without objection.
Okay, so here's the deal. How are we supposed to have confidence when you're sitting up here telling the Senate yesterday that it will take you 14 years before you can get the FBI fully staffed to do their jobs? You're also now redirecting resources so that they can go and play ICE agents on the streets. You're getting rid of your most qualified people, and even when it came down to somebody that you consider to be a friend, you were posted up having some fancy dinner to the extent that you posted not only once erroneously, you posted twice erroneously as it relates to catching somebody, and then you want to go and say, let me take a victory lap. Because honestly, if it wasn't for parents deciding that they were going to turn in their child, it seems like y'all wouldn't have got there. Even though he literally confessed online. So I'm confused about what it is that the FBI is doing except for trying to put on a show for the apprentice or whatever you want to call him. The day after all of
Okay, just in case y'all weren't aware, when she said, I don't know if the FBI is trying to put on a show for The Apprentice, that's her way of disrespecting the current president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, who won the presidential election 2 times in a row. And on top of that, did y'all notice the bounce in her talk? I'm going to get to that when I get to the trauma portion of this video, but I can tell you, any black man who is watching this right now, we're being triggered. I'll explain why in a little bit. Carry on, Jasmine.
this took place, there was domestic terrorism that was taking place at HBCUs. They were targeted. Yet I didn't hear anything from the FBI about what was going on. And again, black people kept saying, how did we end up in this? Because the numbers are so very clear that white supremacy is a problem. And honestly, I've not heard anything out of you today that makes me believe that you're going to do anything about the white supremacy problem. The one that is leading to children being killed, children being shot, as
all right, I'm not going to keep stopping it. I'm sorry, guys. I have a question, though, because this is what irritates me about Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine, you've been on multiple platforms speaking on white supremacy. if white supremacy was as rampant as you like to portray it to be, do you think that you, with all your artificial ghetto-ness, would still be here to talk about white supremacy as much as you do if white supremacy really ran as supreme as you say? Goes back to being very, very book smart, but very unintelligent. But continue on, girl.
As well as members of their community as they're worshiping in their churches.
So that's Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett that speaks for all the colors. Jasmine Crockett that just oozes black ghetto-ness. Got her pearls on her Janet Jackson jacket. Got her little wig with the split in the middle, lashes on with the big Mary J. Blige glasses. Let's get it percolating. Jasmine Crockett. She is a performer. I'll tell you, she's a performer. That's what I said in my other video. She's a very disrespectful woman. Very disrespectful woman. Very disrespectful to the point that if you didn't know better and do your research on her, you would swear that she was raised by a single mother in the ghetto too. But she wasn't. She's a college student who grew up with two parents, very successful parents. I guarantee her parents do not talk like this. But let's do this other thing now. This is gonna be the fun part, guys. I'm gonna show you what this looks like without sound. And then you can understand the trauma of the black man in America. Hold on. That bounce going. Bobbing that head every time she says something. Oh, not the bounce again. It's like she's spitting bars, huh? Jasmine. Yeah. Talking about. You can read her lips. Talking about. Who taught her even how to talk like this? I bet she watched. She has to be a Cardi B fan, a Love and Hip Hop fan. Guarantee she watches Love and Hip Hop. She's not even reading it. Oh, not the hand gestures. You seen the wrist? You seen the wrist? Girl's a chameleon. Bobbing that. I tell you, whoever did her hair though, they got that thing up in there, nice and tight. That thing ain't moving at all. Got the little bounce at the bottom, but yeah, I'm telling you, she got all the ghetto girl expressions down. Yeah, man, wait. I'll show you something. She's just shuffling the hell out them papers. Oh, no, she said that's the grandma. She gave you the 2 fingers. When she gave you 2 fingers, you know you get fucked up. Look, now she you pointing the pen at. This is when we feel threatened in the black house. When a black woman yelling at us and she got an object in her hand. Yep. Oh, not the neck. And then she talking to you crazy without even looking at you. That's the scariest part. She doing other things while talking crazy to you. Y'all, yeah, look. I know this is coming off like I'm joking, but this is traumatizing. Bow, neck, bow, neck, bow, neck, neck, neck. I ain't think so. Next. And then you call whoop-de-woo-woo, And then I found the number in your phone. Yep, explain that. Nope, next. And then you was supposed to be at the basketball game, but you was really at the house playing Xbox with your homeboy. Ignore my phone calls like you didn't see me calling you. Huh. Next. Explain yourself. You want to see it? No, you don't. I don't care what you say. Now, hold on. Here come the crazy bounce. Now she's spitting bars. I'm telling you, she should have been a rapper. She's very entertaining. She has a great stage presence. Jasmine. Wait. Oh, she about to get to the cold bounce. See, white men, Asian men, Mexican. Well, yeah, y'all got it bad too. But appreciate y'all women. Because this is what the dudes that keep a black woman go through in the black household. Sorry, women. I'm just calling it how I see it. Look how she talking to this dude. This dude, I promise. Remember what happened with the sound on? He got about 2 words in. Jesus Christ. Oh, there you go. Oh, she full bounce now. There you go. Oh, this means she making her closing point right here. Oh, full bounce. That chair got some springs in it. Jesus, that woman did not even drink a sip of water. Oh, there you go. I wonder what she's saying, make it bounce like that. Just bounce. I think this is the part where she's talking about white supremacy, because white supremacy is running rampant. And Jasmine. The gift that keeps on giving. As you can see, not only is Jasmine very, very disrespectful, and she likes to use white supremacy as the catalyst for why this country is in such bad shape, even though she's there and she's not making a difference, and every time you see her, she's not talking anything about fixing problems. She's just telling you that white supremacy is the problem. There we go, though. It's Jasmine. Jasmine Crockett, who's very disrespectful to the FBI director. Jasmine Crockett, who's very disrespectful to the President of the United States. And Jasmine Crockett, who emulates the things that traumatize black men in America to the point where we go find us a different race because we don't want to talk to a woman who bouncing and pointing at us with her fingers and stuff while they talking to us. Jasmine Crockett, who ain't even raised like this. Jasmine Crockett, who is emulating what she sees on Love and Hip Hop. Jasmine Crockett, who is emulating what she sees in music videos. Jasmine Crockett, who is the poster child for everything that is wrong with the black community. Jasmine Crockett, who thinks she's intelligent because she went and got degrees, but this is not intelligence. This is disrespectfulness. This is traumatizing to us black men. Jasmine Crockett, who's a married woman, but goes by MS. Jasmine, white supremacy Crockett. Ooh, I'm glad that congressional seat gone. Like, subscribe, share. Let's engage. Do you think Jasmine is right? Do you think Jasmine should calm down? Do you like the way Jasmine talks? Does Jasmine represent you? Are you worried about white supremacy in America? On my Johnny, like, subscribe, share, hit the alerts. Don't bounce.